you were pregnant. And no one knew you. Y'all, when I found out she was pregnant, I had to go back to her old pictures. And I was like, she was pregnant here, she was pregnant here, and she was hiding it so well. So when did you find out you were pregnant?
I found out I was pregnant,
Welcome to another episode of Clear the Air. I am Macy Vessell, the founder of Clear the Air and Macy VTV with my co-producer Chris Hunter. And today with me I have Kennedie Batiste. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
So y'all, she is the 90th Miss Southern University. Let's give her a round of applause for that one. It's like you just like, oh well, okay, I graduated.
Yeah, I graduated. That's really how I feel.
So you're one of those alumni that when you graduate, you just like.
I'm done with them. Yeah, I'm one of them.
So how you feel about the alumni that still try to attach themselves to Southern?
I mean, I don't really feel no type of way about it. I feel like as an alumni, you know, we still have a say to things. Like basically, we can say what we want. Just as you know, students can say what they want, we can say what we want. We still went there, you know. Mm-hmm. Like I don't really see it as a problem. So
let's get into your Queen campaign, y'all. She had one of the best campaigns I have ever seen, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Because usually, you know, girls, they choose like a princess theme, but you hit almost every princess.
Yeah.
So whose idea was it to do that thing?
That was my campaign managers, Alea and Renee. They was like, and of course me, but they were like really the masterminds behind all of it.
So did you really think that you wanted to run for Miss Southern?
Did I really think I wanted to run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the moment you decided that you wanted to?
I told my friends since my freshman year that I wanted to run. When my queen was Felice. So when I met Felice and being GMB, like we were around the court a lot because Jonas, our coach, he was over the court at the time. I just loved everything about her. Like everything she stood for, how she carried herself. And when I seen her, I was like, I want to do that. And just not that, but just growing into who I was and just at Southern and getting into organizations, all that I was doing. My main goal for when I knew I wanted to run was I simply just wanted to be a help to students. Like that was it. Because at the end of the day, it's about the students. Getting into these positions, it's about the students. All I wanted to do, even if I just made a difference in one student life, like I just wanted to be a helping hand to them. And that's why I wanted to run.
So when you actually like came up, I was like, who is this girl? And I was just like, who is she? Because I knew everybody else that was running except for you. So I thought you came out the woodworks, but apparently you had a whole resume behind you when you dropped it. I said, oh, she's been doing this for a little minute.
Yeah.
I just ain't seen you. So were you out of the spotlight for a reason?
No. I feel like for one, GMB, people knew me from GMB, of course. I was on GMB since my freshman year. I was in SGA, I was on the Senate, of course, AKA, and I was a Jaguar ambassador. I was in, you know, other organizations on campus. I was never in the mix of things, if that makes sense. I stayed to myself, I stayed within my friend group, you know, I wasn't in drama, I wasn't in mix. And that's just how it was. Like, people knew I was running before I even knew I was officially running.
Yeah.
They was coming up to me like, yeah, so I know you finna run for Miss Southern. I was
like, girl, who are you talking to? Where you got this from?
I really be like, what are you talking about?
Right. Like how you gonna tell me what I'm doing? But
yeah.
So you said you weren't in drama. So let's get into some drama. So during your campaign, another candidate had, you know, a few allegations by our director saying that she didn't pay him for certain, you know, shots. So, and you and this candidate votes were like this close.
It was like, I want to say maybe a 20-point difference, something like that.
So if she didn't have that allegation, do you think you still would have won this? And why?
I do. I feel like, my honest opinion why I feel like I still would have won, because I feel like you said, some people really didn't know me, you know, before I ran. I feel like this campaign was really one of the campaigns in a long time that was based off of who's the most genuine, who's the most sincere.
Because we're in COVID.
Yeah.
We couldn't even do it in person.
We couldn't even do it in person. People don't know me for real. Like, there was really one of those campaigns like, okay, you know, I got on live every day. I want to say I want to say I really was the only Kennedy who got on live Monday through Thursday.
You did, because I was in there picking songs for you.
That's why I feel like I still would have won even, without her scandal happening, because I was true, I was genuine, and I was myself. And I was that before I became Miss Southern, I was that during Miss Southern, I was that after Miss Southern.
So were you expected to be a COVID queen, though?
No.
But actually, that was like a real milestone for you, because a lot of people looked up to you because you did it in COVID.
I'm going to tell you, that summer, leading up into August, for school to start, when we realized that, it would be a COVID season, no football games, no real programming, no real events. When I tell you I cried so much, because I was
dropped.
I was literally just
I was like, I'm not going to be no queen
so
for y'all.
sad that I wouldn't be getting that experience like every other queen. Looking back on Felice, on Darby, on Lacey, I was like, dang, I don't get to travel. I don't get to go to other schools and talk to students. I don't get to program how I want. It was so many things that I wanted to do.
But you couldn't.
And I couldn't do. But I will say I'm proud of myself for the things that I did. Even though sometimes I do feel like I still didn't do enough. But the things that I did do, I know they made a difference to some people. And I know I did a lot of stuff that hadn't been done before, even during COVID. And for that, I'm proud of myself. My main goal when I won was, like I said, was to help students. That was me. I just wanted to be a helper to anybody. Mm-hmm. If I didn't know a question about something, an answer to a student or whatever, I would either give them the contact of somebody who can answer them, or I would contact the person myself and be like, hey, so-and-so needs this and that, what do I need to tell them? That was always my thing, just to be of help. And so the little bit of things that I did do, I can say that they were of help and inspiration and change to some students, because still to this day, I still get students now DM me and say, thank you, and you were such a great queen, and you did this during COVID.
Yeah, Daria told me she texted you.
Yeah. That stuff like that, it makes me happy, and it makes me feel like, oh, I did do something. Oh, I made a difference to at least one student at Southern, even despite all the BS.
So let's get to the end of your court. You were pregnant, and no one knew you. Y'all, when I found out she was pregnant, I had to go back to her old pictures. And I was like, she was pregnant here, she was pregnant here, and she was hiding it so well. So when did you find out you were pregnant?
I found out I was pregnant, okay, so being queen, I think I moved in a week before the students. So I want to say I found out maybe either that first or second week that school started. I can look at my phone and give you the exact date. It was January.
You know what I never registered is that you had to be pregnant for 9 months. And I never counted the 9 months before then. I was just like, oh, she's pregnant at the end of the
I found out I was pregnant.
I never put that together.
Spring semester.
You was pregnant the whole semester.
The whole spring semester, yeah.
I did not. I'm done.
It's literally, if I go on my phone, I want to say the date is January 24th, 25th, 23rd, somewhere right there.
So weren't you dancing for Golden Week? Pregnant?
Yeah.
How was that for you? And who gave you the okay to go out there and dance with your baby? Oh my God. You did really good though. I'm not even gonna lie, because you won the best dancer, right?
I did.
Okay, so who gave you the go and be like, you can dance with your baby and your baby?
I didn't tell anybody on the team.
You didn't tell anybody who was pregnant?
I told one of my line sister who's on the team with me. Yeah, I told her, and maybe one of the person.
So the coach didn't even know.
The coach didn't know.
So would y'all have to do drastic workouts or?
No.
Okay, I was like,
with COVID, so much had changed. So, all the things that, of course, practice never changed. We still had our heavy on hard practices. If it was some stuff that I felt was too strenuous for me, I just wouldn't do it. But most of everything I was still doing, full out, everything.
So, okay.
So aside from obvious reasons, what other were there any other causes for you to not want to be so open about your pregnancy besides obvious you being in school and stuff like that?
Yeah, of course. I say for one, having that title as Miss Southern. When I found out I was pregnant, I was embarrassed. I was real depressed. I was real sad. Like I said, I was embarrassed. How in my head I'm like, oh, people are gonna think, how are you the queen of the university and you pregnant? It was all kind of things running through my mind. And that was really one of the main things. This is your graduating semester. You were queen of the university, and you pregnant.
Right.
Like, you know, people don't take that lightly.
So how are you able to overcome like those stereotypes or just move on from it?
I mean, I just dealt with it.
Right.
Like, it
But you
wasn't
can't
really.
change it.
Yeah, I couldn't change it. I mean, you know, when you get pregnant, you have other options, and I explored my other options, and my option was to keep my baby.
So what's his name?
Denver.
Oh, hey Denver. Your mom was up in there dancing with you in her belly. So how was being a mom though?
Being a mom it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's good. You know, you really have another person that literally the love I get from him is like no other love. Like I never got that kind of love. You know, it's really a different type of love, like they say when you have a child. Like I said, it is extremely hard. It's tiring. You know, you do go through. Well, I did go through postpartum depression, but I didn't tell anybody. I dealt with my postpartum really kind of on my own. It's a lot.
So you actually popped out with your pregnancy during graduation.
Yeah, on graduation
So
day.
were you scared of the reactions? Like, how did you think people was gonna react?
I was scared just like a little bit, and then I was like, girl, you graduated, like, and. Because honestly, a part of me was like, I don't ever want to tell anybody. But then again, I was like, because of the title I held at Southern, like, I felt like people were always gonna just try to, like, see what I'm doing in my life. You know, people do, try to keep up.
Update.
Yeah, updates. So I was just like, I might as well just go ahead and tell it to the world now, because eventually somebody gonna go and say it and spread it around.
She got a baby.
Yeah.
She got a baby boy.
So I'm like,
His name is Denver. Like, somebody was gonna find out.
Yeah, somebody was gonna find out.
So, you weren't scared, but were you ready to become a mom?
No, not at all.
But I could say based on what I've seen, and y'all just took some beautiful photos, that
Thank
you
you.
like a really great mom.
Yeah, he's a very happy baby, and I feel like from him being a happy baby, then I must be doing something right. Because literally everybody that comes in contact with him, like he will go to them, he's gonna laugh, he's gonna smile, he's gonna want to play. Like he's genuinely a happy baby.
So let's get into some things that people think you done wrong. So it was an allegation that you hit somebody with a car. Disclose any other information, but where did that rumor inspire, and what was your reaction when you was like, I hit somebody with a car? I don't remember hitting somebody with a car. Like,
honestly, I don't really know, like, where did it inspire? I think it came from Twitter. Like, did you see it on Twitter?
no, I just heard it on campus.
Okay, well, I think I seen it on Twitter, or it was one of them allegations I for sure seen on Twitter. That I hit somebody with a car, and I was just like, wait, what? I did that. Kennedy, like, I did this?
Not
like,
the 90s Miss Southern hitting people with cars.
like, I did this, and and not even just that allegation, like, literally all the things that was going around, the rumors, the allegations.
Like what?
Like I said, that was one, them saying I stuck somebody's head in the toilet, and so said there's a video, but the video never came out. Other, like, stuff dealing within the organization I was in. And another thing with me just so say being a bully. Like it was like I said, y'all might have not heard everything, but it was just a lot that was going around campus that was going on at the time. And my thing is, like, just to address all that, it's just like, for one, like I said, nobody knew I was pregnant. So how could, like I said, when I found out I was pregnant, I put all my classes online. I was on my classes online. I stopped going to my in-person classes. I literally did not come out of my room unless it was for Miss Southern things or GNB things. Like, that's the only time I left out my room. You did not see me in the union on campus. You did not see me, at parties. I did, even when I found out I was pregnant, I maybe went to like 2 parties after that. If that, maybe a kickback. But you did not see me on campus, like, talking about it. So it was like, how y'all literally saying I'm doing all these things when I'm literally in my room, depressed, sad, crying about, life. I'm about to have a baby, like, I'm about to graduate. When I'm thinking about other things, like what I'm about to do after I graduate.
Why hit somebody with a car?
It's not even the fact of why I hit somebody with a car. Like, y'all really coming up with these crazy allegations.
It's so cute you said.
Y'all really coming up with these crazy things for a person who like never did any of these things, like, and it's people that I'm in the organization with, people that outside the organization that are not in it, that are literally falsely spreading these lies, spreading these rumors, and literally putting a bad reputation on me. For one, I've never had a bad reputation at Southern. Probably not until literally that spring semester when I graduated, because of all these things being said. But I have faculty that you know that looks at me different now from these things being said that are lies, things that I've never did. But you know, yeah.
People believe
Yeah.
lies instead of the truth.
And that's like, you know, another reason, like I said, why I wanted to come on here to really just clear the air and clear my name, because all these things that were being said that Kennedie the 90th was doing during spring semester while I'm whole pregnant. I was literally in my room, literally dealing, like I said, not dealing with just my pregnancy. So now, okay, now I got all these allegations, all these rumors coming back on me.
So you mentally dealing with everything at once.
Yeah, like I was
And
literally sad. I was literally depressed because you're literally lying on my name. You know, you got, like I said, faculty looking at me, treating me different, students literally looking at me, treating me different. I'm supposed to be leading and being an inspiration to these students, and now they think I'm running people over cars or something.
Do you think being pregnant you kind of inspire people though? Because a lot of people get pregnant during college. So when they seen that you were a queen but also pregnant, do you think that was some inspiration for another set of girls?
I don't know. I never thought of that. If it was, you know, but I feel like at the moment, at the time, no. Just because of who I am, I beat myself up a lot about it at that time. So, I mean, if there is, you know, yay. But I don't know.
Let's quickly talk about these recent campaigns. So you decided to go on Instagram, and you said people were paying for endorsements.
Okay, so no, I didn't necessarily say people were paying. My post said, since when did people start paying, like, I think I said, since when did people start going on an app for endorsements? I ain't never heard of that. Like, my post was something like that. It might have not been those exact words, but it was something like that. So I posted it on my Instagram, and believe it, like, it was not shade to anyone. Like, the one person that I did see who had, like, a celebrity, it wasn't even a female, it was a male, and, you know, it wasn't shade to him even. I literally had just never seen that, and I literally had other people, besides people that want to make it of shade and make it of mess, people, alumni, current students now DMing me and telling me, you know, I've never heard that neither. You know, since when did this become a thing? So I'm putting out there, you know, something I didn't know. And people took that as, I guess, shade to people that ran last year. And like I said, screenshotting it. First of all, nobody had to remove, whoever originally started, you didn't have to remove my name. Because the first person who I seen on, like, that screenshotted it, my name was off of it, but the post was on there. And I'm just like, when I stand on what I say at any amount of time. And so it's just like, for what? Like, I feel like people wanted to make that and create that image, because for one, I'm one of those alumni who you don't hear nothing from. Like I said before, literally that was my first time ever seeing something on social media about a campaign. Like, I've never spoken on past, you know, current, none of that until literally that day. And people literally took that and blew it out of proportion. Thought I was talking about, you know, people that ran last year, someone that ran last year. When there was none of that. And people want to hoo-hoo, ha-ha on Twitter and all kind of other stuff. And it's just like, what is the reason? Because honestly, I mean, for one, if the shoe fits, wear it. Okay,
Yeah.
one. And then two, my honest opinion with that, with that just in general of, you know, you going on the app and paying for endorsements, I honestly feel like if people are gonna, the students are gonna F with you for who you truly are. So if you're truly who you are and truly a leader, you don't need famous people coming and, you know, endorsing you. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, if the student's going to F you off of basically who you are as a person, who you are genuinely as a student and as a woman or a man running for these positions, you don't need all these other things. I mean, well, you don't need a celebrity, because I mean, mostly for most campaigns, you know, you have endorsements coming from other schools of Queens. You got other presidents, other, you know, people who's held these positions, HBCU leaders. So yeah, like I said, I posted that. I didn't even know it had became a big uproar until people were sending it to me, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, this was not meant to hurt anybody's feelings, but you know, if that's how you want to take it, then okay then.
Because it has been going on a lot recently, and I didn't even know it was through an app until like last semester. I was like, oh, I thought you really knew these people. Because imagine somebody getting Beyonce. I'd be like, Beyonce.
That was literally my prime example. Like, if somebody got Beyonce, okay, the whole school's gonna be like, yeah,
I'm voting for her.
I'm voting for
And
her.
Beyonce don't even know us. She like, who is this girl? I'm gonna say her name for 3 seconds.
Yeah, like that's just what it is.
So I'm glad you came to clear the air. Is there anything else that you want to get off your chest before we wrap this segment up? Like your final words.
Did I mention the whole thing about like being a bully? Like for one, like I said, somebody like wanted to go and call me a bully on social media. For one, I don't take being called a bully lightly because there's literally people who have, you know, killed themselves over, you know, being bullied. So it's just like, for you to call me a bully for one, how have I, literally the people that want to associate had called me a bully and whatnot, I've never even had interactions with them. Literally, if I've had interactions with them, it was from us collaborating for events during my reign. Like, if it was not us collaborating for an event during my reign, we did not talk. We did not communicate. So how did I so say bully you, or how did I so say bully someone that you knew, or any of these things like that? It just goes back to like all the allegations and rumors that were being thrown around my name. How did I do any of these things if I didn't even ever talk to you besides of...
How did they call you a bully? Like, was there a reasoning? Well, not saying that you did it, but was there something that triggered them to call you one?
I don't know. Like I said, once when I posted the thing on Instagram, like it was some alumni and current students that went on there, and one of their comments was something bully.
About the endorsements?
Yeah, like about me posting that. Yeah. So it's just like, but like I said, it just comes back to the allegations and rumors that were like during that spring semester, that was my graduating semester. You know, being called a bully was, you know, still in that mix of like people saying that. It's just like one, I've never been a bully a day in my life, and two, how could I ever bully you or bully someone maybe, you know, you're close to something if I've never even spoken to y'all?
Right.
Like, make it make sense. Cause if you want to be honest, y'all the real bullies.
It's a lot of bullies on campus. I'm not even gonna go into that, but that's why I go my own path. I'm like, I'm not gonna get in the mix with y'all, but hey, how you doing? But a lot of people, I feel like they don't be held accountable because of the positions they hold. And I'm here to hold y'all accountable.
They don't.
You know, to get better, to heal. You know. But thank you, Kennedie, for coming to clear the air with me and Chris. Chris, you have any last statements, questions?
Thank y'all for having me.
And thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of Clear the Air. Make sure to follow me on all social medias. Link is down below in my description box, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.